It's that time of year again when it's cold and wet outside. Why don't you bring your practice indoors? If you're working from home at the moment, why don't you use the time wisely to, let's say, do a couple of indoor golf drills that's going to help your hip rotation on the backswing and also starting the downswing. So, have you ever hit that by the tee shot before that you've ended up in your own house? That's the joke somebody pulled last week. But we're going to use kind of this indoor drill to help you take your hips into the backswing and in the downswing you need to initiate the same kind of movement. What when you do, put a cane through your belt loops if you've got one of these. And what this represents is the angle our hips are turning on and the position of our hips. What when you do is make sure you've got a door at the back here. Place your head right off kind of on the edge of the doorway. And the idea from here is the right hand side of this cane, we want to keep our head nice and centered over the golf ball, my head staying in position. But what I want you to do is I want you to feel like you turn, and I want you to feel like the right cane has to touch the door. That's a drill that we need to feel like. It's going to get our right hip to turn back the way on the backswing. And also from there, as you can see, the left cane comes into the equation. And you see my hips kind of tilt on a slight angle. I see a lot of golfers who get their hips kind of turning level, and that's known as a sway, and it can be a lot of associated faults. So when you feel you're doing, place your head in the door frame. It's as simple as that. What we're going to do from here, keep your head where it is, allow the right hand side of this cane to touch the door. From there we're keeping it in position, but on the downswing, what we're going to do is the right hand side of this cane is going to come off the door. From that position, the left hip's going to initiate transition. So the left cane has to move out of the way. As you can see, a lot of golfers can just move their hips, slide their hips forward. That cane gets a little bit high compared to my right hand side. What we're going to do from here is we're going to feel like on the way through, where this left cane's kind of hiding, and then that right hip kind of moves into the equation. From there, head on the wall, rotate into right hip, cane's going to touch the door. As we start down, we've covered this drill before for you golfers who struggle in over the top swing path. Right hip's going to come off the wall. We start transition, the left hip, so the left hip, think of this one, our left hip's going to move forward first laterally, then it's going to start to rotate all the way through. So head's on the wall, and what we're going to do from here is we're going to rotate. From the feeling is the left hand side of this door, the left hand side of this cane is going to move across the door but left on the way through. So a lot of golfers kind of slide. If I slide too much, what's going to happen? This cane's going to make a really bad noise, and you can almost see it in the door. So rotate into your right hip, right cane's going to touch the wall on the way back. As we start down, my head's going to maintain its position. Left cane, so the left hip, think this one's going to move a little bit forward. You're going to hear it along the door for a little fraction of a second. That's the hips slightly moving forward. And as we start going into the downswing, the left hip's going to feel like clear. As you can see, this left cane is going to move, or the left hip's going to move this right cane through. So the left hip turns first, and then that pocket's going to get out of the way. Hips are going to turn slightly through impact. So use that drill to kind of initiate the backswing and downswing. So put the cane through your belt loops. We need to feel like we're staying centered. Hip's going to turn into the wall. Flip that round as we start down. Left hip's going to move forward. It's going to move forward, then it's going to start rotating. See a lot of golfers who miss out the rotation of the hips, which they create a lot of kind of over the top issues. They get their arms stuck